In an increasingly challenging world, God or religion is what many people turn to, but how about spirituality? Our next guest is a familiar face and an Office favorite. You'll see what we did there in a minute. Actor, producer, and New York Times best-selling author Rainn Wilson diving deep into life's most transformative questions about God, consciousness, and morality. Rainn's new book, Soul Boom: Why We Need a Spiritual Revolution, explores the benefits of spirituality in an overflowing world of challenges and how faith and togetherness can heal your soul and possibly the world. Rainn, thank you so much for taking the time to visit us. Really do appreciate it.
Thanks for having me here.
It's good to have you here. I got the book, and I'm so looking forward to reading the rest of it. What prompted you to do this book?
Well, people ask, like, why is the guy who played Dwight from The Office, why is he writing a book on spirituality? And I've been saying, like, I have a secret inner Oprah Winfrey inside of me that's trying to get out. I have always been passionate about big ideas and spiritual ideas, mysticism, reading about world faiths, and pondering, like, the meaning of it all. So this is, you know, I spent the COVID years writing this. It took me about 3 years, but really it's been a couple decades of me kind of pondering some of these big questions.
Yeah, and you started off with why is the guy from The Office? I mean, the guy from The Office is a human being and was into other things. He was playing a character.
Yes, thank you so much.
I'll just go there.
So many people confuse me with the character.
A character that people love, by the way. But you say it's not cool to be religious. And this would probably be controversial for a lot of people because a lot of people see, you know, folks going away from religion and more towards spirituality, which you write about. So why do you say that?
Well, you know, I'm in the comedy world in Los Angeles, which is one of the most jaded, cynical. Everyone claims they're like nerdy, but it's all about being cool on kind of different levels. And for a guy, you know, making comedy, talking about God and the soul and life after death and meaning and sacredness, that whole world, they have no idea what to do with me. I'm an outcast among outcasts.
But to be honest with you, that's what drew me to it.
Okay.
You know, that dichotomy. I love that, and everybody's got something to say. And you took 3 years, and you really go into this. You look at faiths, and you tie the commonality in. Why do you think we need a spiritual revolution, as you put it on the front cover, right now?
I love it. That's the perfect question to ask. So, the world is hurting right now. This is not like a hobby or a side project for me. This is something that I couldn't be more passionate about. The world is in a world of hurt. The mental health crisis among young people is devastating. Suicides are up by 3 times. Anxiety, depression, loneliness, it's killing people. Literally. It's tearing our political system apart. And we have war in Europe, and the threat of war is looming. We've been through this pandemic, but we're suffering multiple other pandemics. We're suffering racism, materialism, climate change is a pandemic, sexism, all of militarism, all of the things that are bringing out the worst in humanity. We need a spiritual revolution because I truly believe that there are spiritual tools from a kind of an ancient spiritual toolkit that we can draw on, that we can use to heal not only ourselves personally, but our society.
You use humor in here, but you also quote from, you know, Scripture at times, and I think what you just said is so important, and I think it boils down to kindness. If I'm listening to what you're saying, and you're taking the best from religions and talking about it in a way in this book that, like, if people were just kinder to each other.
Yeah. I talk about the universals of the world's faiths. All of the great spiritual teachers, from Lord Krishna to the Buddha, to Moses and Abraham, to Jesus and Muhammad, to Baha'u'llah, all of these great spiritual teachers essentially have the same message. When you strip away all of the accoutrement of the religion itself, it does boil down to compassion, loving kindness, humility, the qualities of the divine that we have within us, and serving the people who deserve to be served, the poor, the downtrodden. And, you know, social psychologists and positive psychologists are learning that the more we serve others and give ourselves to others, the more full we feel.
Yeah, and a lot of the problems you mentioned would be fixed if we were just kinder to one another. I I am into the book. I'm into what you're talking about, and I'm really, really, really glad you stopped by. It's
I love it.
A pleasure to meet you, and thanks for the book. By the way, his book, Soul Boom, Why We Need a Spiritual Revolution. He just told you some of it, but you got to read the book. It's out where books are sold now.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.